Hello, everyone. Today, we are having a chat with Lisa. I prefer Lisa to start having an introduction rather than me telling you guys what Lisa is doing or who she is. Okay, Lisa, please start having an introduction, then we go through our chat.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. This is Lisa. I'm the founder and CEO of a Golden Wattle Australian Premium Tea. I started Golden Wattle about 5 years ago, but I have been in tea industry ever since 2011. My
Wow, 9 years.
yeah, I know it's a long time. Well, my background, I was in finance industry. I was in accounting firm and banking industry for 10 years. And then I had a family issue, so I have to start working in a bank. Um, why I was took a break from my finance career. I was terribly homesick because back then I was already in Australia from China for over almost 10 years. I was really desperate want to go back to China, but I fell in love with this man. So we started a family here. So apparently I couldn't go back. So I would desperately want to bring some Chinese culture from China here, so I can create this little environment. I feel comfortable and feel related to my Chinese background. So we find this very beautiful terrace house in Piedmont, and we convert that little terrace house into Chinese tea house. So we got a rosewood furniture made handmade in China and shipped every single piece of furniture and stuff in this house, all from China. So we actually literally created a very authentic Chinese tea house. If anybody went to China, you been to China, yeah? You see the Chinese tea house, the traditional one, authentic Chinese tea house, is full of rosewood and the Chinese ornament and Chinese vase and Chinese fans. There's so many stuff there. I still have lots and lots of pieces from that, and the teapot, the clay teapot, and the porcelain teapot, and then all sorts of traditional Chinese tea culture and tea arts stuff. So I set up this Chinese tea shop. Originally, was just relieve my homesickness, and then because Chinese tea house we quite unique back then. I think we were the only two Chinese tea house in Sydney back then, or in Australia, were the number two. And then people discovered us. We didn't do any marketing. We had no idea about Google marketing back then, or Facebook marketing. Actually, I should do some work back then, but I did not know. But we just opened like that is, and then people walk past and they know us, and then it became a sensation for a while. People actually love it. We actually created this Chinese tea house in some little suburb in Piedmont, and I have lots of Chinese customer. Of course, they come in and sit down, sipping tea with me. We talk about tea. We talk about China. We talk about homesick. We talk about life in Australia. It was a very beautiful time. I have some staff. We all like friends. We all training or learning together, and at that time, that 3 years of 3 or 4 years running the little tea house give me a very strong, career change, determination. I was willing to go back to finance industry, but after 3 or 4 years running the little tea house, I realized, hang on, I quite like tea. I think there's so many possibilities in tea industry, and then we got started as our first wholesale customer. And then we have other hotels and other corporate become our clients. So I should really enjoy to work in the tea industry. But
That's great.
Yeah, I was really focused on Chinese tea for many years as a wholesaler, Chinese tea wholesaler. And then 5 years ago, I discovered I think I'm gonna one of our client, the regular, come to our tea house to buy Chinese tea. But then we start chatting about her trip to Victoria. She told me she discovered a very beautiful tea plantation in Victoria. Not everyone knows there's green tea and the black tea. tea plantation in Victoria. But the most interesting thing I heard is green tea. I knew there's black tea, but I never know we actually have very good quality green tea in Australia, especially in Victoria. So I went there and tried the tea. I was really shocked at how good the quality is. Really good. So I actually started thinking, why can't we create something Australian brand? Because my parents, ever since I came to Australia 20 years ago, I always buy some vitamins for them. And I studied some ingredients of the vitamins, the pills. I realized, okay, there's lots of those ingredients are actually from the natural herbs. And there's the natural herbs, still they are pills. I don't really, especially my mom, she has the sleeping disorder for many years. She's been tortured with this problem for many years. So I have been buying the sleeping pill, also a brand from Australia, sent back to her. And then I realized all of the sleeping pill have valerian and hops. And then I realized, but it's quite, I don't really like her to be reliable on the pills. They're still, end of the day, they're not 100% natural. So I started searching the herbs, and I found, we have a very good, quite good quality and good varieties of natural herbs in Australia. So thinking, why can I create something my parents can drink? And
exactly, instead of the pill.
Instead of the pill. So then I started my first Sleeping Beauty. That's from hops and valerian, and I try to blend to make it taste good and look good, so my mom can pick up, she wants to try and help her. So then give me some encouragement. I actually can blend, because my mind was many years of traditional Chinese tea. We never really take a blended herbal tea as serious as tea. That's why back then
just pure tea.
Exactly, pure tea, Tea Guan Yin, Green Mao Jian, Xi Hu Long Jing, all this Chinese tea culture, thousands of years tea culture. We didn't take herbal tea blends, especially as tea. Okay. So I'm thinking, no, actually I can, because in traditional Chinese tea culture, the reason our ancestors invented tea as a drink before become a daily drink, it was medicine. Because our ancestors believe if you sipping the tea leaf, back then, thousands of years ago, that was medicine. You sipping that and your body absorbing it daily. Not you take a big dose and you get work, but you might get reliable. That's my side effects. So that's how our tea developed into a daily drink. I'm thinking, I can do the same thing with a herbal tea blend, even though my mind, I was so stubborn, didn't took it serious as a tea business. But I think I'm just create something I like to drink, and maybe other people like to drink as well. So then I create some blend, and I had a tea house, and let the customer to try some new blends, and the feedback was pretty good. And that's then great. To encourage me to create more blends and focus on health benefits. So that's why we have, as you already know, we have tea for digestion, but like burdock. We have a tea for sleeping, relaxing, like a lavender spirit. For sleeping, of course, Sleeping Beauty, and we also have energy boost for the green rose and black rose. And at the same time, we have to balance the taste and the look, the aroma as well.
Very true. Very true. Based on your experience, Lisa, how you see the tea industry in Australia?
Okay, tea industry in Australia have a huge change since a T2 become a key player. I still remember, was it 20 years ago, almost 20 years ago, when T2 started, I was just getting to interesting tea industry. And before T2 become a sensational brand, tea was not that popular, especially among young generation in Australia. But I think T2 did a great job to make tea appealing to young generation by blending with a beautiful aroma, even though I don't really like the artificial flavors, but they did a good job to make a beautiful blend and to mix traditional tea leaf and the herbal and the flora and the leaves and the petals, and especially the packaging is beautiful, and also the tea sets. So tea become popular, but I think we still just starting. I think Australia have a lot of new like boutique brand like mine, and I think Australian just getting the stage to more and more people realize the benefit of tea and getting to drinking tea. Like half our population actually drinking tea, even though we're such a big on coffee, the population. But half the population, I think I saw the figure the other day. That's why I'm looking at. I think there's 2 point. Hang on. We have actually, yeah, we have 9.8 million tea drinkers among our population. Actually, did you drink at least 1 cup of tea weekly?
That's
so
great.
we have an average 9.5 cups per person per week, with the young people consuming 5.5 cups per week on average. So it's definitely a growing industry, and so I think Australia is very big on wellness, on health, on natural and on environment. And so tea, natural tea, especially organic tea, is definitely going to be more growth.
Okay, that's great. So somehow you covered the other question that I had regarding the tea culture. So based on what you're saying, nowadays, mostly even the young generation drinking tea, and you can see the shift somehow is not only coffee as a drink or hot drink for the people. Now people drink tea as well, which is great. Anything else you want to add regarding the tea industry or the tea culture in Australia?
I think tea bags still huge, which is I'm quite against tea bag. Well, I have been in this doing a lot of research, and I always follow the new the trend and the new products coming up on from anywhere in the world. I think the leading tea bag fabric is Japan and Switzerland now, and everybody trying to get a 100% biodegradable tea bag, but it's not 100% guaranteed. For me, I really strong against any products, new products create more burden to the environment. Especially tea bags way too much, because we actually consume how many? We are very huge on tea bags still these days. Our best sell tea are most tea bags in Australia. Of course, convenience is very important.
Exactly. That's the reason, I think. Yeah. Otherwise, as you said, the healthy option could be the loose leaf, which is, for example, I myself, I'm in the same story. I prefer to have loose leaf tea. And even if I'm traveling, I have my loose leaf tea with me to try. But at the end of the day, sometimes it happens to us that we need to use tea bag. But your point is very valid. Based on your experience, Lisa, do you remember any time in any event that something happens to you, something exciting, something funny as an experience? Tea related.
We last 3 events we did. We in Golden Wattle we actually created. This is really new. We let people to choose adaptogens, because of COVID, even pre-COVID, we have a lot of people very interested with our herbal ingredients. Like turmeric, ashwagandha, and maca, and rhodiola, you name it, and even rose petal, orange peel. Even though it's not adaptogen, but people get more. I think people are more educated these days. They look into the ingredients, and that's why I think tea too has a little bit losing a little bit customer from some artificial ingredients in some of the products. And that's why the niche market, like small brand like me and other small brands, tea brand actually can have a little bit profit from that, because we're actually using all the natural ingredients, and people actually read that. So people realize, okay, we actually can blend with all natural raw ingredients like this root healthy adaptogens. So last events in the hotel, we just put out there. with that people, we pre-pack the green tea or black tea, because that's as a tea base. You must know tea, when we make tea blend, we use the green tea or black tea. And then with that people to make their own, make their own blend. So we realized, okay, we put or not just a rose petal, orange peel, and also a lot of adaptogens, different varieties. And people actually really into making their own blend. I think that's definitely customized blend, tea blends could be something, it could be growing big. Everything's customized these days, and people want to create their own blend. And even though you don't go to shop, it's not easy to go to shop during the pandemic, but actually people can still make their own blend online. So
Yes.
yeah, so
Exactly.
that
Yeah, you're right.
a big appealing for people. Since they want to drink herbal tea, their own blended tea, they actually want something specific for their health concern. So,
which is great. Yeah, it's good that the people look after their health.
Yeah.
You're right. I think I've covered what I wanted to do during our chat, and you answered, what I had in my mind.
That's good.
Anything missing that you want to add, Lisa, to our discussion for the people watching this?
No, I just okay. One thing I want to say is I think tea is really good for you. Just keep drinking it, and
great.
But always read into the label and read into the ingredients, and to try to drink natural as possible. It does. Exactly. After a while, you see the difference.
Exactly. Yeah, I've tried the
body
tea.
As temple.
I've tried the tea from you guys. It's great. I love the blend. I'm a tea lover, of course. It's I think my account says who I am. So
yeah.
Anyway, thank you so much, Lisa, for your time.
Welcome.
If you don't have anything else to add, we finish our chat. Stay safe. Take care. Yeah, and hope to catch up soon, either in Melbourne or Sydney. It depends on this lockdown, but hope to catch up soon.
I know. We have lots of new products coming. We'll send you some samples. We can talk there.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot, Lisa. Please take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.